Can you please tell us about yourself briefly?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Swapnil Fatangre. I have completed my graduation from Indian Law Society's Law College, Pune, and I have completed my master's from Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai. My
Mm.
father is a police sub-inspector at the state of Excise, Maharashtra, and my mother is having her own business, and she is handling the house as well. My uncle and aunt both are civil judge senior division.
Yeah. You said your father is an excise inspector.
Yes, sir.
What is excise duty and
Sir,
what is the present position of that position of that post?
Sir, my father is a police sub-inspector at the state of Excise. Sir, the
Police
duty,
police sub inspector in excise का मतलब?
sir, state excise in the sense that the taxes that are levied on alcohols, the
Oh,
licenses that are generated for opening a wine shop or bars and all.
oh, that one. He is in charge of. I mean, he's a sub inspector in that
Yes, sir, he is
excise.
sub-inspector in that
Excise.
department.
Why are you not interested in joining police?
Sir, I have seen my father working, so I always wanted to do a private job
अच्छा,
and not a government one.
अच्छा ठीक है. But now this Karnataka Bank law you are trying. Before that, what are you doing? When did you complete your law degree?
So I've completed my law degree in 2021.
Mm.
And so
Since
after
then,
that,
mm,
since then, sir, I have been practicing at the Bombay High Court and Pune District and Sessions Court. I've also assisted my senior in one of the cases at the Supreme Court.
mhm. Good. What was that case about?
Sir, it was an appeal against the order of Bombay High Court, in which we were the uh, respondent.
What was
The order
the
was passed against us.
what
It
was
was a
the
family dispute.
अच्छा, so family dispute? Good. Do you know what is meant by bad bank?
Yes, sir. Bad banks are banks that are created to buy the non-performing assets so that the commercial banks, the regular banks, can perform their lending work properly.
Good. Can you tell me something about corporate advances and the charges creation procedure? You know,
Yes.
charges have to be created in respect of loans given to the uh, say corporate companies. Are you aware of that?
No, sir, I'm not aware about that, but I know what is corporate advances.
What is it?
Sir, it is corporate advances are all the necessary expenses that are out of the pocket expenses incurred during the performance of a company for service obligations with respect to restoration, preservation, and protection of mortgaged money.
Actually, that is not what I am thinking about. I was telling you about the loans given to corporates. Corporates means limited companies. And
Yes.
when we do that, there is an element of charge creation. That is, a charge is created by a company as a borrower on its assets or properties as security against a loan in favor of bank or financial institution which lends the money. Do-
Yes, sir.
I think you are not aware of that. How does a company create? I mean, how and there is a big procedure for that. The charge has to be created and it has to be registered with a registrar of joint stock companies. You are not aware of that, no?
No, sir. No, I'm not aware about it.
Mhm. it can be seen like this. I have given a question for that in the paper given to you also. How does a company, the questions will go like this: charge creation. How does a company create a charge? A charge can be registered by any interested party, and a company need not register a charge itself. Generally, the lender or the lender's agent will register the charge. The form needed to register the particular charge is Form MR1, where charge has been created with or evidenced by an instrument. I will just put India. Of course, I am in India still. Procedure for creation of charge. So I want you to prepare for this. See what happens when we give loans to limited companies, when they create a mortgage over their properties, when they create a pledge over their properties or hypothecation over their properties, those charges have to be registered within a period of 30 days with the registrar of joint stock companies. And in the absence of it, the company has to move the high court for condonation of delay. So I think बिल्कुल आपको ये सबको बारे में नहीं जानते हैं, ये थोड़ा पढ़ना चाहिए.
Yes,
ठीक
sir.
है? Can you talk to me something about the stock market? What is the present position of Bombay Stock Exchange?
So present position as in what, sir?
What is a stock exchange?
So stock exchange is an institution where various stocks of companies are sold out to the people, and accordingly the prices of that particular share go increases or decreases, which affects the people's uh, profit or losses.
Good. Have you heard of the term BSE, Sensex?
Yes, a BSE is Bombay Stock Exchange.
Sensex का मतलब you don't know.
No, sir, I don't know.
Sensex is the average of the price of top 30 leading company shares coming from different walks of life. And every day or every few hours, the report will go on be changing. Right now, the value is 73,327. Today only the rate has gone up by more nearly 1%. 73,327 now. The prices have been rising like anything now today. And now the market is said to be on a bullish. I think you must not have heard these terms. Bullish. Bullish means people purchase shares with a hope the shares price will go up and they can make profit. So now people are going on buying shares. The one reason for this is more money is available in the market and people are happy about the functioning of the Indian stock exchange and corporate market. So more monies are coming into our country. The Sensex is rising like this. This is the very first time. First time this figure has been achieved, 73,327. Similarly, there is one more stock exchange known as National Stock Exchange of India. The headquarters is again in Mumbai only. There, what happens? The share price of top 50 company shares is quoted as Nifty. So you must know something about stock exchange because in the last few interviews, they do check about the lawyer's knowledge about the stock exchange. See, actually, you are supposed to have gone through SEBI Act. Did you go through SEBI Act?
No, sir.
Securities
No, sir, I have
Exchange
not.
Board of Securities Exchange Board of India Act that will tell you how you must go through IRDAI Act. You must go through Banking Regulation Act. And all these acts you must know. Then there can be questions on this. These are the questions asked to one candidate. In fact, they have asked what is rate of interest and what is a real rate of interest. This is,
Yes, sir.
of course, slightly technical question. Even I may not be able to answer. Rate of interest, we know. Rate of interest is the rate of interest charged. But what is a real interest rate? While the
Sir.
nominal interest rate is the interest you are seeing on the screen is
Yes, sir.
actually
Yes, sir.
paid on loan or investment. The real interest rate is a reflection of the change in purchasing power derived from an investment or group by borrower. So kindly search in Google like this. You will get different questions on this, and I request you to prepare on them also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we don't know what they will ask. Then what is Lok Adalat?
Sir, Lok Adalat is a particular day on which the state state legal service authority arranges a day on which the matters or the pending matters are disposed of quickly within a 15-minute span, where the both the parties arrive at a compromise.
Please read this. Lok, what is meant by Lok Adalat? Read.
Lok Adalat is one of the alternative dispute redressal mechanisms. It is a forum where disputes or cases pending in the court or law or at a pre-litigation stage are settled, compromise amicably.
Read.
What are the types of Lok Adalat? Continuous Lok Adalat, mobile Lok Adalat, daily Lok Adalat, national level Lok Adalats, mega Lok Adalats, and permanent Lok Adalats.
Hmm. Read.
What what cases come under Lok Adalat? Civil cases, matrimonial cases, MACT cases, and petty offences cases are mainly referred to Lok Adalat.
Hmm.
NI Act
NI
cases under Section 13.
under, it should be 138. Who is head of Lok Adalat? Lok Adalat
Sir,
is presided over by a
it's
sitting or
under
retired judicial officer as the chairman with two other members, usually a lawyer and a social worker. Okay. What is the limit of Lok Adalat? The jurisdiction of permanent Lok Adalat is up to rupees 1 crore. Here, the parties fail to reach a settlement. The permanent Lok Adalat has the jurisdiction to decide the case. The award of the permanent Lok Adalat is final and binding upon the parties. What are the two types of Lok Adalats? This we have seen this earlier. Types of regular Lok Adalats: continuous, daily,
continuous, daily,
mobile,
mobile, mega.
mega, yeah, like that. So इसका बारे में भी आप पढ़ लीजिए.
Yes, sir.
You need to study about Lok Adalat also. Actually, these are the questions that were asked to one candidate. Then bank has given a note to borrower. He wants to file objection. How can he do that? DRT
Sir,
surfacing.
yes, sir. Sir, he can write a reply to the demand notice that is sent by the bankers, by the financial institutions or the banks to the borrower under Section 13(2) within a period of 60 days,
Mm, good.
to which the
Then,
bank
mm,
to which the bank has to the objections which are raised by the borrower, the bank has to reply to that uh,
mm,
objection within a period of 15 days from the date of receipt of the objection.
mhm,
However, it is not mandatory for banks to reply to that objections.
mhm. Why do you want to take up this job?
Yes, sir. Sir, the banking sector is fast and growing sector in India, and I would like to contribute to this bank and be part of the banking sector by helping this bank uh,
Mm,
achieve its targets of
mm,
recovering the bad loans and granting loans and advances to other people.
mm. This job involves a lot of tension because it involves your moving papers, then going within the time limit and all that. Are you capable of managing the pressure?
Yes, sir. I have done this work previously under my senior, along with my senior, and I have experienced this. So I'm sure that I can do it.
What is the jurisdiction of district and sessions judge?
District and session judge has a jurisdiction over that particular district.
Mhm. Surface Act, symbolic and actual possession.
Yes,
What
sir.
is symbolic
Uh,
possession? What is actual possession?
Sir, symbolic possession is also known as possession or paper possession, which after giving a demand notice under section 13 subsection 2, uh, after that, if the objections are not received by the borrower, and if the borrower doesn't show up and repay his liabilities and dues, the bank or the financial institution sends a notice and publishes it in two leading newspaper, one in English and one in local language, stating that the particular property that has been mortgaged, which is known as the secured asset, is in the possession of the bank, and no other parties should be involved in buying that property or taking lease of that property.
Good. What is
And sir,
specific relief? Specific Relief Act, Section 31.
so specific relief act section 31 talks about cancellation of instrument.
Mhm. What is that?
Sir, where upon fraud or mistake, misrepresentation, or due to undue influence or illegality, where a party enters into a contract with another party, the party, after getting to know about these grounds, he can proceed to the court for cancellation of the instrument.
What is the difference between attachment and garnishee order?
Sir, garnish order is in the form, uh, garnish order is like where a third person, garnish is a third person in whose hands debt of a judgment debtor is kept. So, for example, if I am working somewhere and a judgment is passed against me that I have to pay X amount of money to a person, rather than giving the order to me, it is given to my employer so that it is paid to the person to
Good,
whom
good.
it is
Correct,
directed to.
correct. You told correctly. Anyhow, you search in Google like this, you will get many more questions like this. You can prepare on that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What
Sir,
is an
attachment
attachment?
order.
Attachment order. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Attachment order is sent by income tax authorities where bankers are required to remit desired amount mentioned in the attachment order. An attachment order without the amount is not a valid order. So, and sir, attachment order applies to deposit in the account after receipt of the order also till the actual amount mentioned in the order is realized. Whereas garnishi order does not apply to subsequent transactions.
I
Failure
think
to comply with
no, no,
attachment order.
no. You
Yes, sir.
you were telling income tax only. I think it will come in other cases also. What is attachment law in India? Attachment is used in law referring to the action of seizing property on predicting a favorable judgment for a plaintiff who claims to have lent money to the defendant. Attachment is an initial procedure where the property is captured before a final judgment is delivered. You told as if it is applicable in respect of income tax only. This will come in
Yes,
respect of regular civil cases also. where you
Yes,
have obtained a decree. The bank has obtained a decree, and when they go for execution of the decree, in that they will get an order for attaching the property,
yes,
restraining the party from dealing with it. So you please go through Google and search like this. You will get so many points. What is Order 21, Rule 54 in attachment of property? Immovable property, one of the modes of enforcing execution of a money decree is by attachment and sale of property of the judgment debtor. Attachment of an immovable property is made by an order prohibiting the judgment debtor from transferring or changing. समझ गया?
yes, sir.
ये थोड़ा पढ़ना है अब. What is Order 38 of CPC? The purpose of Order 38, Rule 5 is to safeguard plaintiff from any damage caused by or likely to be caused by defendant acquiring the suit property while the case is pending. A plaintiff should not use the provisions of Order 38, Rule 5 to coerce the defendant into settling the suit claim. What are the 5 laws of attachment? They are telling authentic self-reference, identity, then internalization,
Internalization.
fanatism. I don't know whether these are applicable in our country because
No, sir, it
sometimes
is not
this,
applicable.
yeah, because sometimes this Google will give foreign countries orders also. So that is not required that much detail. Leave it. Then where to file election petition?
Sir, election petitions are to be filed before the High Court only.
Who serves the notice? That is okay. Jurisdiction. What is the jurisdiction of DRT?
Sir, as to
Jurisdiction of DRT.
sir, jurisdiction of DRT is every particular DRTs are given specific territorial jurisdictions.
For example, you are in which place?
So I'm from Pune, so all the disputes are
D-
under SURFACE Act relating to where from Kolhapur, Solapur, Satara, Sangli, Pune
no,
are
DRT in Maharashtra. Where are the DRTs?
there are three DRTs, sir. One in Pune, one in Aurangabad, and one at Nagpur.
Okay, I'm just searching jurisdiction of DRT Pune. DRT Pune Debt Recovery Tribunal was established by the order so and so dated 2001. Jurisdiction. The territorial jurisdiction of Honorable Tribal Tribunal covers Pune, Satara,
Satara, Sangli,
Sangli, Kolhapur, and
and
Solapur
Solapur.
districts of Maharashtra state and any other district of Maharashtra state not included in DRT number, something like that. Which
Yes, sir.
cases, so isko bhi आप पढ़ लीजिए. You search like this and please study about this also, please.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Which is the nearest DRT for you? Only Pune.
Yes, sir. Only Pune.
But your interview is going to be in Mumbai, correct? No, Mangaluru.
Sir, Mangaluru.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Tell me something about Clayton's rule.
Yes, sir. Sir, Clayton's rule states that where nothing is mentioned, it is presumed that the payments are to be presumed in to be appropriated to the debts in which debts are incurred.
Correct. Rule in Clayton's case says that the first credit goes towards the adjustment of first
First debit.
debit.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between valid and voidable contract?
Yes, sir. Valid contract is where all the essentials of contract are fulfilled and then it is entered. Voidable contracts are those contracts where some of the elements of contracts are not fulfilled, but there is not grave injustice caused to the party who is entering into the contract, and it is at the option of that party whether he wants to continue with the contract or he wants to cancel it.
Tell me about mortgage with special reference to equitable mortgage.
Yes, sir. So mortgage is security for payment of money in the form of debt, loans, uh, or money advances, where where the property is mortgaged for payment of the money. Sir, equitable mortgage is also known as mortgage by depositing of title deeds, where title deeds of a particular property is given to the banks or financial institutions from where the loan is to be obtained. Uh, yes, sir.
Hmm. Should there be registration of equitable mortgage?
Yes, sir.
Banks nowadays follow the registration. As it is, as per law, there is no need.
Sir, as
As
per law, it is no need, but for being secured, because these days most of the loans are being loan accounts are classified into NPAs, and it is creating a lot of issues for the banks to recover. So it is better that we register the deed, mortgage deed.
yes, last question for you. What is the difference between fixed and floating charges?
Yes, sir. So fixed charges are those which are applicable on physical assets. For example, the shares, stocks, or the property. Sir,
Hmm.
floating charges are those charges which are applicable on.
Mhm. I think you are not having the correct answer. Fixed charges relate to physical identifiable assets, whereas floating charges are flexible and apply to business assets as a whole. A fixed asset cannot be sold or disposed without the lender's authorization, whereas a floating charge can be changed until they are crystallized as fixed. थोड़ा इसका बारे में पढ़ लीजिए. Floating
Yes, sir.
charge, fixed charge. This one you were not able to tell clearly, but you can read it. What are your strengths?
Yes, sir.
What are
So,
your strengths?
so my strength is that I can work under pressure, and I can deliver the quality work that is required within
Hmm.
a very limited period of time.
और भी अच्छा बोल सकता है ना. You can always say, I am a good communicator, I am a leader, I am good in time management, I'm good in problem solving, I'm good in decision making. ये सब थोड़ा बात आपका बारे में थोड़ा अच्छा बात बोलना है. You have to tell good points about yourself. Normally, we hesitate to speak good about ourselves. But इधर बोलना जरूरी है.
Yes, sir.
Could you understand? Very good. Best wishes.
Thank you so
You
much, sir.
you may be thinking why I'm asking so many questions, because
No, sir.
recently in the lawyers, not many people are answering questions properly. Here, though you did not answer 20% questions correctly, you were enjoying answering balance 80% questions. That is why
Yes,
I
sir.
was asking questions to you. You did well. Most probably you will be selected, provided you go with a happy face, smiling face, and talk to
Yes, sir.
them happily, tell them what you know, and honestly admit what you don't know, as I don't know.
Yes, sir.
This is what it is. I am really happy that you talked today very well. So, best wishes.
Thank you so much, sir.
You did well. You did well compared to recently. Not many are, say, literally prepared to answer these type of questions, and the questions are given in the sheet given to you. Please go through that. And still more, if you get some more points, go to Google search and get sub questions also and prepare.
Yes, sir.
Best wishes. You did well.
Thank you so much, sir.
But whether you get the job or not, much depends on your luck.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nothing in our hands. Best wishes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye.